It's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. We're going to check in with Chuck, all Tier 10 battle in the Mighty Manticore with Chuck in the driver's seat and the race car guy, whatever his name is. Don't remember, but anyway, he's the second crew member in here. And we are on Himmel's Overlord Dorf, South Spawn. We're going to work the middle. And today we're going to see how Chuck is doing because, you know, Chuck's a karate man. He bruises on the inside, all that good stuff. And he is all about recon. You know, Chuck can bring the pain, although he doesn't really like to come at you straight into the face, right? We are going to, don't know if I should have said that, but we'll just act like I didn't. He doesn't want to just punch you in the face. He wants to get a little recon first, get the lay of the land. He wants to know if it is what it is. You know, because it might not be is what it is. It might be is not what it is. And in that case, then, you've got to take the appropriate measures. And maybe you need to know both. You know, it is what it is, and it is what it not is. Not many is in the middle. And I just shot and didn't get lit. That was very weird. Indication that there isn't anybody sitting up there. I'm wondering where their Manticore is, to be quite honest. Where is the Manticore? You know, Chuck in his, you know, Walker, Texas Ranger days, there was always kind of I should have shot earlier. There's always kind of that one big bad that was maybe able to take him on. And I'm looking for that guy. Where's that other Manticore that's as stealthy as this Chuck is, right? Don't know. Does not seem to be in the middle. Watch this. Now think about Chuck. He's got a lot of skills. He's got the parkour skills. We'll get to that in a minute. He's got that perfect aim. Knows exactly where to hit people. Just like this. Check it out. Guy's making a runner. And we'll just kind of whoop, whoop. And I don't know. You might have thought that I was just sort of having a bit of the palsy and got lucky. But you'd be wrong. Because that was Chuck. Chuck knew what he was doing the whole time. Me, however, probably had a slight seizure when I took that shot. But it's fine. We got through it. 903 ammo rack on the poor EBR. Honestly, of any tank in the game, the one that is most appropriately ammo racked would be an EBR. Maybe a 4005. Is there a 4005 on the enemy team? There is not. So you will not be seeing me get exploded by a 4005. Potentially exploded by somebody else, but not a 4005. Just got lit by that guy. And the team's doing pretty well. Chuck has the recon, guys. Chuck has surmised. He has found out that the majority of their tanks are over yonder on the beach. They're over on, look at them. They got the mouse. The mouse has expertly trapped itself on the beach. It's a great place for a mouse. Several other heavies. Over on the other side, we got a Batchat, a DBV. I think we're only missing one tank. Chuck has only failed to find, and he doesn't fail necessarily, he just hasn't got to it yet, the other DBV and the Manticore. Now pay attention to where this Manticore shows up. Chuck takes a look. He finds a DBV sitting over here. Who knows what that guy's doing? Looks like he's looking at the ground or something. I don't know, but he takes 2 big hits, and we're up to 1,700 damage. We didn't get lit doing that, so we can come right back at it. Take a peek. Can we get a... Nope. Okay. Nope. No. Let's see. Maybe... No, he's dead. All right. Very good. Hey, there's the Manticore. I don't know. I guess he was on the cap. We missed that shot. That's quite unfortunate. We do get lit for it. Their Manticore kind of makes a run finally. He might have not been spawned in. Probably afraid of Chuck. Now Chuck's going to do what Chuck does at this point. It is time to get in amongst them, mix them up, take out the weaklings, and move on. So we're going to start with Mr. Leopard. Then we're going to run around here, expertly avoid any kind of shots possibly coming back, except for that one. We're just going to take that one. Don't worry about it. Chuck gets hit. He does, right? You've seen it. You've seen the movies. He takes the punches. That's part of the deal. Occasionally, when he's learning what it is and what it is isn't, then he might take a hit because he doesn't have all of the ises and the isn'ts. The Manticore is run away. And now we're going to get to the part where Chuck does some of that Karate Man stuff. We are going to get into the part where Chuck does parkour. First, we're going to take some peeks up here, look for some shots. I did need 2,000 damage on this. No idea. No idea. Low roll at 358, but I did hit the other Manticore. That was fun. How that hit is another question entirely, and I do not have the answer. I'm thinking I can fall back a bit. I don't know why our FV and grill are still sitting back there, but they are. Sneak up here. Maybe I can get a nice shot on the 277. There he goes. Nice. All right, so we have now ensured we have well over 2,200, I think it was, that I needed the mission for the clan deal. And we'll swing over here. They're making a slight comeback. It's not looking good, though. They're in really bad position. So even though they have close to the same amount of tanks, it's only 6-3. They're in really tough shape in terms of map ownership. The only thing we have to watch out for is Goobers trying to cap. So that is happening over there. Although it looks like only the DBV. And now the Manticore is trying to make a move. I'll head back over this way. Their Manticore dies. Not that scouts at this point are a huge big deal. They're a bit of a help. The guys in the cap got torn up because that's what happens when you're dumb and you try to cap with that many guns, especially when they're camping back there. Put another little shot on that guy. Low roll at 365, so how are we doing? Looks like I got a high roll on the guy right before that. So back and forth, back and forth. And now Chuck is thinking, he's got it in his brain, some of that Karate Man stuff, we're probably going to have to come off the top rope here. Maybe the 277 is something we can jump on, and what we're going to do here as we come around the corner is we find the 277. All right, so we don't want to just let him shoot us. And then the Leopard comes around the corner, and he says, oh, there's a mouse there as well. Oh, okay. I guess Chuck didn't want to pin that one. He just didn't want to. Now let's see if Chuck uses the same comment. I don't know if that happens in the replays. It seems to me maybe they use different comments, but let's listen for it here. If you know anything about me, then you know I like diving off cliffs, like a lot of people do. It's a fun thing. Several patches ago, and maybe it's years ago now, it used to be super amazingly awesome because you could pretty much kill just about anything by dropping on it with just about anything. But they changed the dropping damage mechanic calculation stuff, and it's not quite as good anymore. But Chuck is rocking 968 hit points. It's a very light tank, but it is Chuck, right? Chuck was never a really big guy. He just knew how to do the parkour and the Karate Man stuff. So let's see how that goes here. Gonna listen for what he says. He's just sizing up Fat Carl, which is appropriate because I feel like Chuck probably beat up a lot of heavy guys who thought they were pretty tough. No shot. All right, here we go. We're going after Fat Carl. We got it. And charge. Here we go. Okay. They're not getting away. That's not what he said. So it is a different. It just kind of randomly picks out the voice. But I don't know why he said that. Ah, the auto aim. That's what triggered it. The auto aim. They're not getting away. Here we come, Fat Carl. Are you ready, buddy? I want you. Oh! What the? How did we not explode? Then you gotta love the turret has been. Where did that all come from? That's crazy. That must have been where I got hit while I was running away. Right in the back of the skull. Look at the gun. That makes me a little uncomfortable, actually. Honestly, oof, yeah. How did I not die, fellas? 67 hit points left. I did. Oh, it hasn't registered it yet. There it goes. Yeah, finally caught up. Boom. I wish that was my shot that did that, but it wasn't quite. Unfortunate. 3,000 damage. So he did 901 to me. I did 164. I've recovered and shot him a little late. And now we're going to reload. I don't want the DBV to hit me. Let's go ahead and come on in here. We're about reloaded. Let's go kill the mouse. We're going to get a kill here. Yeah, baby. Come on. Oh, ow. Don't. Dang it. And I think this guy, yeah, he is looking at me. So we're going to kind of wisely do a little, see if he misses. Maybe get a shot. Nope, never mind. Down he goes. 3,000 damage, 1,000 assist, 2 kills. A ammo rack, sniper, couple other ridiculous shots, one kind of cheesy bounce, and then hardcore parkour. Chuck off the top rope. No idea how I survived that, to be honest. That was pretty crazy. And the graphics thing of the gun through the tank was pretty funny. There you go, checking in with Chuck. He's still having fun. Sometimes I think me in particular, maybe you, it is hard to remember on occasion that it's just a game and it's really to have fun. It's also a case where you can take it seriously, but if you let the seriously part get in front of the fun part, you're probably doing it wrong. That's all I've got. See ya.